decimal fraction. So we'll be looking at how to write numbers in standard form and also how to convert standard form to ordinary numbers. And so let's start from the standard form, writing numbers in standard forms. So to write a number in standard form means we have to get something of the form a point b times 10 raised to the power n. The n can be positive or negative. And also the value a here, the a must be greater than 0. The a must be greater than what? 0. And also it must be less than 10. A must be greater than 0 and must be less than what? 10. That means between 0 to 10. It must be between 0 to 10. That is from 1 to what? 9. So you can get 1 point, 2 point, 3 points, up to what? 9 points. So and then the b, after the decimal points, we can have a whole lot of numbers over there after the decimal point. And then the n can be positive or what? Negative. All right, so let's look at the first one. We have 1,000. Let's look at how we can convert the 1,000 to decimal form. We can see that there is no point in it. We can see that there's no point in it as compared to this. This one, we have points here, we have points here, we have points here. But this one, there's no point here. That means we have it like 1,000.0000000. So 1,000.000 is same as what? 1,000. So the point is here. If there is no point in it, it means the point is where? Here. And we have a whole lot of zeros going. Now, you can see that the a, if the point is here, it means the a is more than what? The a is more than 10. But we have to get from 1 to what? 9. So we have to move this point to a place where the first number must be less than what? 10. Must be less than 10. So we can move it 1, 2, 3. So if I move it here, I am going to get 1.000. So now you can see that our a is less than what? 10, but greater than 0. Now, how many times did we move our point? The point was initially here, and you have moved it 1, 2, 3 to this side. We moved it 3 times. This is what you need to know. If you move it from your right to left, you are going to get a positive number, a positive power. Okay, if you move from your right to left, we are going to get a positive power. So we are going to multiply the 1.000 times 10 raised to the power what? Positive 3. We move it positive 3 to our left. So anytime you move from your right to left, you are going to get a power of positive. And if you move it from your left to right, you are going to get negative power. So let's look at the number 2. So this one is done. Let's look at the number 2. The number 2 is similar to the first one. There is no point in it. It means we have the point over here. That's 0.00000. Now let's move it to a number. Let's move this point to where we can get the a to be less than what? 10. We are going to move it to a point where the a will be less than what? 10. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I move it here, the a will be less than what? 10, but greater than 0. So how many times did we move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And we moved to our left. So we are going to get a positive power. So our answer is going to be 1.50000 times 10 raised to the power positive what? 5. Okay, so this is what you are going to get for the second one. Let's look at the third one. The third one, we have a point over here. But you can see that the a part is more than 10. We have 14,587. This is more than what? 10. So we have to move this point to where we can get the A to be less than what? 10. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I move it here, our A is now less than what? 10, but greater than 0. How many times did we move? 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's write our 4 here. We moved to our left, so we are going to get a positive power. So this is what you are going to write. 1.4587. Then you bring your 5 times 10 raised to the power 4. We moved from here 4 times to this point. So we are going to write exponent what? 4. Now let's look at the D. The D, we can see that we have the point here. We have a point here, 0.00148. We have the point over here, 0 is starting over here. But we said that the A must be greater than what? 0. The A must be greater than 0. A must be greater than 0. So we have to move this point from here to a number that will be greater than what? 0. So we move to our right. 1, 2, 3. If we get here, if we get to this point, you see that this number is greater than what? 0. So we are going to write, we move to our right, so we are going to get a negative power. How many times did we move? 1, 2, 3. We moved 3 times, so we are going to get power negative 3. If you move from your left to right, you get a negative exponent. Okay. Now you are going to write 1.48. You are not going to bring all these zeros. You are not going to bring all these zeros again. Okay. So 1.48 times 10 raised to the power negative what? 3. Negative 3. So that is it. Let's look at the E. We have our point here, but this number is greater than 10. It is greater than 10, so we have to move this one to this side. We have to move the point to this side so that we get 2.0. Then you add everything over here. 0.14502 times 10 raised to the power. How many times did we move? Only one. We moved to our left, so we are going to get exponent what? 1. We are going to get an exponent of 1. That is it. Let's come to this side. 0.7410. 0.75410. Here we have 0 here, so that means our A is what? 0. This number is less than 1, so we have to get, as I said, we have to get a number that is greater than 0. We have to get a number that is greater than 0 for our A. So meaning we have to move to this side. So as soon as we move 1 times, we have 7 over here. That is greater than what? 0. We move to our right, so we are going to get a negative exponent. How many times did we move? Only 1. We moved 1 times, so we are going to get an exponent of negative 1. So that will be 7 point. You are not going to write the 0, only the 7. So 7.5410 times 10 raised to the power negative 1 as our standard form. Let's look at G. We have 0.00148. 0.00148. We have to get a number greater than 0. The A, always our A must be greater than what? 0. So meaning we have to move to our right side to get a number that is greater than 0. So let's move 1, 2, 3. How many times did we move to get a number that is greater than the 0? We moved 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So we get negative 3. Okay, we are moving to our right, so negative. Now let's write our answer. We start from the 1. 1.48 times 10 raised to the power negative 3. Let's come to H. 30.0124. 30.0124. So let's write our answer. Our A is greater than 10. So we have to get a number that is less than 10. So here we have to move to this side to get 3.00124 times 10 raised to the power. How many times do we move? only 1. So we get power what? 1. We move to our left. So we are going to get an exponent of positive 1. Let's solve the last one. Then you solve the G and K yourself and put your answer in the comment section. So 0.0012478. This number must be greater than what? 0. The A must always be greater than 0. So we have to move and search for a number that is greater than what? 0. We are going to move 1, 2, 3 to this side. Get 1.2478 times 10 raised to the power. How many times do we move? 1, 2, 3. We move to our right. So we are going to get a negative exponent. So that will be a power of 3. So try and solve these two yourself and put your answer in the comments. Now let's come to this side. Change the following standard forms to ordinary numbers. So this one, they have been given to us in standard form, and we have to change them to an ordinary numbers like this ones. So let's look at how we can do this. We see that this is a power of what? 4. A power of, we have positive power. And how did we get the positive powers over here? When we move to our left, we get positive power. So when you are reversing it, we are going to move to our right. To get a positive power, when you are writing this in standard form, we have to move to our left to get the positive power. So if you want to reverse it, you are going to move towards our right. Okay, we are writing it in ordinary form, ordinary numbers. And we have a positive power. So anytime you have a positive power, it means you are going to move your point to your right side. If you have a positive power and you are writing it in ordinary numbers, you are going to move from the point from your left to where? Right. Okay, so let's move it. How many times are you going to move this? We have power 4, so we are going to move it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So now our point is where? The point is here. The point is over here. So let's see how we write this. 2, we have moved this point to this side. So the point is not going to be here again. 2, 1, 4, 5. So you can see that we have this empty space. We have this empty space over here. We are going to bring 0 to that side. You insert 0 at the empty space that you are seeing. So we have 21,450. If you bring the point, it will be 0.00000, or you can just ignore it since there is no number over here. You can just end here, or you bring what? 0.0000. Yes. Let's look at the B. The B is having a negative power. How did we achieve our positive powers over here? By moving to our what? Right. If you move to our right, when writing the standard form, we are going to get a negative power. So when you are reversing it to write the ordinary numbers, we are going to move to our left. If you see a negative power, you are going to move to your left. Okay. So this is what we are going to get. We have our point here. Let me write it here. 6.3 times 10 raised to the power negative 3. So since we have a power of negative, we are going to move to our left. So that will be 1, 2, 3. Now the point is here. The point is here. So the first space over here, we are going to write 0 over there. So you write 0 point. Okay, write 0 point. Then you fill the empty spaces over here with zeros. 1, 2. So we have 0, 0, 6, and what? 3. We have moved the point from this side to this point. So you not bring it here again. So 0.0063. That is it. We've been able to write this in the ordinary form. Let's look at the C. Let's look at the C. We have 3.14 times 10 raised to the power what? 6. This is positive power. We have a positive power here. So meaning we have to move to our what? Right. We have to move to our right. So let's write our 3.14. Now, how many times do you supposed to move? 6 times. You have a power of 6. So you are going to move 6 times. The points from this side, 6 times. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we have the point over here. Now we are going to fill all these places with what? Zeros. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the point is no more here. So you write 3, 1, 4. How many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. Since there are no numbers over here, you can ignore the points. You can ignore the points over here since we don't have any number over here. Or you can bring 0.0000 as we did in the first example. Okay. Let's look at the D. Let's look at the D. We also have a positive power here. We have a positive power of what? 4. So let's write positive power means we're supposed to move to our right. We are going to get 4.1423. Positive power, we are moving to our right. How many times? 4 times. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now this is what you are going to get. 1, 4, 1, 4, 2, 3. 0.00000. But because 0.0, if you have 1.00 is the same as what? 1. If you have 2.000 is the same as 2. So if I write 41,423.000 is the same as 41,423. So we can ignore the 0.000 over here. Let's check the F. Then you solve the last two yourself. This is 2.645 times 10 raised to the power negative 1. We have a negative exponent, so we are moving to our left. We are moving to our left. Now let's write our 2.645. We are moving to our left how many times? Only 1 because we have power negative 1 over here. So anytime you do it like this and there's no number over here, you will bring what? 0. You're going to get 0.2645. 0.2645 in the ordinary form. So try the last two yourself. If you have any question regarding this, you can put your question in the comment section and I will address it for you. Thank you.